There was a point in my life where I was working a full-time job, working another job on top of that, finishing a PhD, and trying to write a dissertation. Needless to say, it was a very busy period of my life. And there is one tool that kept me sane and capable of handling all of that, which was something called time blocking. Now, this is a tool that I still use to this day in order to lead a productive and an intentional life, and I get a lot of questions about it when I share about it on Instagram. So today, I'm gonna teach you the basics of time blocking. I'm gonna talk about what it is, why you might wanna use it, and I'm gonna cover a couple mistakes that people make when they time block. So if you're already an avid time blocker, don't worry, there's something in this video for you. So let's get started. What the heck is time blocking? Time blocking is very simple. It is when you take your to-do list and you put it onto your calendar. We're gonna get a little closer here. There we go. Okay, so you have your to-do list and you put it onto your calendar. And I don't just mean you put the tasks there randomly. I mean you go day by day and you take task by task and you ask yourself, when am I actually going to get this done? So let's say one of the tasks that I have on my calendar or on my to-do list is that I need to find 10 articles for a research report that I'm creating. What I would do is I would take that task, find 10 articles, and I would find a spot in my week where I think it would fit. Let's say that on Wednesday at 2:30, I know I'm gonna be working on research type things. I would take a block of time, literally create an event in Google Calendar or BusyCal or whatever you might be using. Create an event that says 10 research articles found from 2:30 to 3:30. Here's one of the huge advantages of time blocking and one of the reasons why I really like it. On a to-do list, you can put as many things on there as you want and have no idea how long those things are going to take. Maybe you have a list of 50 tiny things that total would, take you less than 3 hours. But more often than not, what I see with our clients is they have a list, a to-do list, they're expecting themselves to accomplish it completely in 1 week, and yet they don't actually have an accurate estimate of how long each task takes. Time blocking forces you to estimate, and it forces your expectations of yourself to become more compassionate and more realistic, which is what we are all about. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna dump your to-do list. And the second thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna take each task and you're gonna put it onto your calendar. Now here's where it gets fancy. One of the things that you can do to make time blocking even more effective is you can build what I call a calendar skeleton. Let me erase and I'll show you what that is. Do. Okay, we're back. Here's the example of what my open blank calendar looks like. What I would do in order to create a calendar skeleton is I would ask myself, what are the things I know I'm gonna do every day? So for example, I know from midnight to 7 a.m. on pretty much every day, I'm gonna sleep. So I would put that in my Google Calendar as a recurring event. So every Monday from noon to 7, sleep. Then I would probably put it at the bottom of every day too. So every day from 10 p.m. to midnight, I'm sleeping. Then I'm gonna ask myself, what else do I need to do to support myself throughout the day? Maybe, for example, I wanna take 30 minutes to slowly sip my coffee in the morning while I let my dog out. So then I'm gonna put that as an event in my calendar every single day. And you can do different things every day. If you're waking up at different times, that's totally fine. This is a reflection of whatever your routine is. What you're gonna include in this routine is what times you are working. You don't have to include what specifically you're gonna work on during those times. You're gonna do that on a weekly basis. So, for example, I might say that on Mondays, I typically work from 9 to noon and from 3 to 5. I'd put that in my schedule. I'm just putting these as open blocks. Some people call it focus time, some people call it deep work. You know that you're about to do work there. You can also distinguish what times in your day you want to be doing work, what times do you want to be doing like tiny tasks like email, and even what times do you want to have meetings. Now here's why this is so freaking valuable. Let's say that someone asks you, hey, in a month from now, I want to schedule a meeting about this. When do you have availability for that? Instead of looking at a blank calendar, you have already embedded in your calendar the schedule that you want to follow. So instead of randomly choosing a time, you're able to say, oh, on Thursdays from 3 to 5 p.m. is when I really like to do meetings. Do you have availability Thursday the 26th at 3 p.m. This helps you protect your future self. It helps you avoid overloading that person. It helps you understand how long things take, and it is a truly incredible, innovative time management tip. Now, if you've tried time blocking before, the one thing that I know you're gonna hit me with is, Karin, this is all well and great, but what if I don't follow my calendar? What if I get to Monday and I don't do the task that I have assigned? What I want to remind you is that the purpose of time blocking is not to follow the plan exactly. The purpose of time blocking is to have a visual map of your time so that you can scramble things around. So if 2 p.m. comes around and let's say that you have work scheduled, but your friend who happens to be in town who you haven't seen in years wants to grab coffee, you can say to yourself, of course, I want to go grab coffee. I'm simply going to take this event and I know that I have more free time over here, so I'm going to move this event from Monday to Thursday and everything is still going to get done. The calendar moves with you throughout the week. It is dynamic throughout the week. And it also functions as a way to track your time. Now, if you're interested in time management, I have a ton of other tips and techniques happening over on our Body Brain Alliance Instagram account, so make sure you check that out. I will also link another video that I have here about time management that you can look at if you're interested in getting more tips and techniques. But now I want to hear from you in the comments. Are you a time blocker? Are you about to be a time blocker? Have you used it before? Does it work for you? I'd love to know. And if you have questions about how I time block or how we teach our clients to time block inside of Alliance Coaching, that is what I want to hear from you in the comments so that I can make videos, more videos that are going to be helpful for you in the future. I will see you next week.